Welcome and let's learn a healthy Valentine's Day treat.
This is a work of art.
This treat is going to be rich in protein, so for that I'm taking quinoa. If you do not have quinoa, you can take millets also. I'm taking 1/3 cup raw and I'm going to soak them, and after boiling it'll come up to 2/3 cup. Remember to wash the quinoa 3 times and soak for 4 hours. Then I'm going to cook the sweet potato. You can bake, roast, boil them. I just need them in a mash format. I'm baking them at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20-25 minutes or until done. If you're boiling them, just make sure there's no you drain out the water. There shouldn't be too much water inside the sweet potatoes, and if there is, then you'll probably have to use a little more quinoa or breadcrumbs accordingly. Once they cool down, you can peel them off, and we need to mash them. You can use a simple fork. If you do not have sweet potato, you can use regular potato. Parallelly, also set the quinoa to boiling in double the amount of water, and once they're done, you can either drain out excess water if you use more. Just make sure the quinoa is dry and still soft and mushy. If you do not have quinoa, you can use boiled millets, maybe flour also, but we're trying to get a lot of protein, so that is why I'm using quinoa here. We will simply mix the quinoa in the sweet potato. Now I'm only going to add salt to this mix because I'm stuffing them with jalapenos later on, but if you want, you can add some ginger or any pepper or any other spices of your choice. The idea is to get creative. In fact, this dish is not only creative but nutritious. Quinoa is a good source of healthy carbs and protein, and sweet potato are a very good, or rather an excellent source of vitamin A. Mix them well and add some salt and any other spices as I mentioned earlier. And now we'll add some cheese. I'm using about 1/2 cup of grated cheddar cheese. You can use any vegan cheese. You can use more cheese also and use it for topping as well. Now line a baking tray with aluminum foil or parchment paper, but make sure you grease it well, otherwise I've noticed the little hearts stick. I've used about 1.5 teaspoon of olive oil. If you are air frying them, just carefully place the little hearts in the air fryer. Bake them at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 10 to 12 minutes or until done, depending on your machine. Now let me show you the fun part. I'm going to be stuffing these little hearts with these candied jalapenos. They're sweet, spicy, savory in nature. You can choose something that comes close to this. So in heart-shaped cookie cutters, I'm going to fill the mix up to half the height, and then I'm going to stuff with the jalapeno and then cover with the mix again. The idea is to stuff the jalapeno in such a way that it's not quite visible. Carefully lift the cookie cutter up, use a fork for help, just adjust the shape. Now we'll coat them in breadcrumbs and bake them at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 35 minutes, flipping halfway in the oven, or air fry at 400 for about 10 to 12 minutes. At this point of time, you can add more cheese on the top. Once they're out of the oven, serve them hot with any condiment of choice. I'm using a yogurt and sriracha dip. You can use anything you like. These should come out crunchy and they should not stick to the paper. And if you like this recipe, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and share with your loved ones. Thank you.